As many of you already know, American Airlines sucks. Well, if you didn't believe so before, we have some evidence for you. Now, there was a story of a woman who was traveling back home from her vacation in Tucson with some girlfriends. She is a stay-at-home mom. She does work some jobs here and there, and as a result, she doesn't have a lot of money to buy expensive flights. However, since American Airlines was the cheapest flight for her scenario, she decided to go with them. Well, unfortunately, on the day that she was flying back home, she was in the aisle, which was crowded with people waiting to get to her seat. As she was waiting to get to her seat, she was having a casual conversation with the person in front of her. According to reports and according to what she experienced, about 4 people behind her was a flight attendant trying to get her attention. She didn't realize that the flight attendant was trying to get her attention and tell her to move aside so another passenger could pass by her. And as a result, the flight attendant got snippy, to say the least, and started yelling at her. So when she finally got the flight attendant finally got her attention, and she felt really bad about it, and she basically got yelled at and felt terrible. She sat down in her chair, and apparently things got worse from there. Okay, Take a look at how everything devolved from that situation.
Tiana Fough? Is that your last name? I need to have you come off the aircraft.
No, I'm serious. No, that's enough. So mean to me. I didn't do this.
Gosh. I'm sorry. I have to have you get off the aircraft.
Are you serious?
Yes. Oh my God.
I didn't even know he was talking to me.
Like talk about this with US and American.
I can't. No, it.
So I need you to come off. I need you to come off.
This can't be legal. Like, I seriously didn't do
I
anything.
need you to
I know
come
you
off.
didn't
If
see
you don't
it.
come off, I'm going to have to call the officers.
Are you serious?
Well, that's the last time I fly.
Yeah, I've never
Horrible.
Well, never.
Adios, American.
Never again.
Oh. Ma'am, I know you weren't here for it. I know you didn't see it.
They're just having me come back and requesting that you come off.
Man, you just lost a lot of customers. Boo!
Screw this airline. God.
Did she take her bag with her, or did it?
Shame on American.
So the other passengers were outraged as she got kicked off the flight. And prior to that happening, apparently the flight attendant said to her, "Stay right there. I asked you 3 times." Like, just getting really upset at her because she didn't understand that the flight attendant was trying to get her attention. So apparently, after this woman left the flight, she had to board a flight that took off 4 hours later, and she alleges that another man took her seat immediately, which makes me speculate that American did what they always do, which is oversell the flight or overbook the flight, and then they screw people over in the end, right? They did it to me, checked in a day before the flight, showed up to the gate 15 minutes before the flight took off, and they wouldn't let me board because they gave my seats away, even though those seats were already paid for and even though I had checked in a day before, okay? This is what they do. American Airlines sucks.
You know that the passenger was right because the other passengers were universally on her side. You could see it in the video, right? So let's say she was being obstinate, because that's possible if you only had a he said, she said in this situation and there was no tape of it. The flight attendant would say, "Oh no, she was disturbing all of the other passengers. I thought it was a security issue." That's what they always say, right?
Here.
And so I wanted to make sure the other passengers were safe. That's the oldest trick in the book, right? But you see it in the tape. No, all the other passengers kept saying, "Shame on American. Let her stay. You've lost a lot of customers today," right? They're all on her side. No, you know why? Because we've empowered everyone loosely associated with an airliner to do anything dictatorial and get away with it.
Yeah.
We're post 9/11, if you annoy me slightly, I get to kick you off the plane and destroy any plans that you had. Any plans that you had going that day, however much money you have to stay on a hotel that night, however much money you have to spend on rebooking this flight, all the other things you had to do, whether you're on business, you were going to go visit your family, I don't care. I just ruined your life for this period of time because post 9/11, I get to do whatever I want to.
No,
okay?
it's
And that's the
unbearable.
attitude you see all the time now. If pilots, flight attendants, the Dunkin' Donuts guy at the airport. No, I'm serious. Not about the Dunkin' Donuts guy, but seriously, you go into an airport, and everybody who works there is like, "Ha ha! I can do whatever I want to you," right? All right, maybe you. first of all, they have too much power now. They're they've run amok, right?
Because they also know that in cases involving travel, sometimes you're desperate. You need to get to where you're going. And if they can kick you off a flight, or if you know that you risk getting kicked off a flight if you raise any concern, then you're not going to stir the pot. You're going to shut your mouth, and you're going to basically walk on eggshells every single time you travel. I hate it. I hate it. I can't stand it. The only time I've had good experiences flying is when I've taken Virgin or JetBlue. That's it. Okay? Every other flight, and Delta's gotten better. Delta's gotten a lot better. But American has been abysmal. Okay? United, terrible. Stop overbooking the flights. Stop taking advantage of people like that. They're paying hundreds of dollars up front because they need to get to where they need to go. They don't care about customer service anymore. They're garbage.